体どんな人なんだろうって話してみたかったんだ。
それで何が分かったって？たった一度話しただけで。
そりゃあ穴埋めにはもうぴったり。
Hey yo, what the fuck?
What's good, anime enthusiasts? Hope you're all having a great day as always, and I am having a great day as well because it's another episode of the Banished Court Magician, my feel-good anime for the season, and man, does this episode make me feel good. We just got off the back of some serious episodes, drama happening, saving the other party, going through the prince's backstory and his revelation of how he's coming to his own fold. It's amazing. Now we just need a break. This episode is the fun episode, the interim. You see a lot of comedy, we get a lot of ha-has, we get little smiles, we tease some characters, we get to learn about them a little bit more through some comedy sketches, and then we hit us with the next lead, the next point that we're gonna hit in the next episode or the episodes after. And everything else is just, hey, look what they did. Ah, that's cool, yay. World building, that's it. And that's what I enjoyed about this. I like the episode of Tales, it's Alec and Yorha. And pretty much for the first half of the episode, it was just Alec and Yorha having fun. We get something new for the lasting period party. And then, like I said, we learn about the next thing that we got to deal with, or potentially we have to deal with. So let's get started and let's keep this short. I don't want to take up too much time for this one. So the episode starts off with like saying, hey, is anybody free? And everybody was like, yeah, we're free. I was like, hey, can y'all just show me around the town? And Orna's like, oh, my stomach. I don't know, man. Oh, my stomach. Crosshell's like, I got plans over there. I'm so busy. Man, Ornis and Crashia are those fake best friends. They're like, yeah, I'm free. Oh, you know what? Bro, they dipped out. That's hilarious. But Alex settles on Yorha and she perks up. She blushes a little bit. It's like, oh, it's just me and you? Cool. And we get a little tour from Yorha. And this is where the comedy gets in. We get to have some fun. We get some anime shenanigans that are happening. Yorha was about to get scammed on an item that she wanted to buy. When they talk about who wants to do shopping, we get a little One Piece reference from Ornis as he has 3 swords, like Zoro's got one in his mouth and one in each hand. And then when we get to a little cafe, we take a break from shopping a bit. We get a little backstory on why Ornis and Crashia have an out for Loki. What it boils down to is that we learn that Ornis is very faithful to his weapons. He takes care of them. He does really good maintenance on them. And he doesn't really want to move from another weapon if it's, serving him well. Makes sense. Ornis is a meathead, but he's a good meathead. It's a good lad. He's got good morals. Well, when the lasting period and Rekrama decided to join up to help out on the dungeon, and Ornis took a shot for the party, and he tried to play it off, but he didn't really do it well, and he kind of got knocked out. So on the way back, while he was knocked out, Loki got annoyed by the weapon that Ornis had, and he just chucked that out like 100 miles west. And ever since then, Ornis was like, yo, why'd you throw it away? And no, not Ornis was like, no, why did you throw it? Loki was like, man, why you even bother with a damaged weapon like that? You shouldn't even be doing that. And Ornis was like, yo, you shouldn't have done that. And they both get to bickering. And ever since, that's how they just get it. Loki is the man with the plan. Ornis is the wild man with the instinct. Those two don't go together. And it's been at it. And Crashia, her reason's very simple. She just simply says, he seems like the type who always brings trouble. Also, just think he's obnoxious. That's it. No other backstory whatsoever. Crashia just is like, nah, I don't want to deal with them. But we get another walk through the town. talk about the good old days between Alec and Yorha. There's a montage of them buying more stuff, having fun. And they get up to a high point on the building and they have a little one-on-one. Yorha is a little sad and she confesses that she was worried about trying to pick up Alec back in the city when he got fired as a court magician. She thought that it would be a perfect situation to pick him up in that point because he just got fired. He's probably down. It's probably really easy for him to really easy for her to bring him back into the fold. And she said she was sorry that she took advantage of the situation. And I was like, nah, I'm more than happy to be with you guys. I'm glad to be with you guys. This is fun. And they had a little moment and it's cool. And then Alec plays with a heart saying, I need to tell you something. I need to tell you something. And then Yorha's like, huh? She blushes. She closes her eyes. It's like, yes. And then Alec was like, Ornis told me I had to be more open about everything. And it wasn't even like romantic interest in anything. It was just all friendly stuff. And Yorha gets embarrassed and she blames Ornis. Speaking of Ornis, next day, Alec gets working up by Ornis. They go out to train a little bit. They have a nice little animation and choreography, which is a lot better than a lot of anime episodes and seasons during this season, by the way. Anyway, Loki crashes the party while they're doing their training. And he's bullying the party. He's got their S-rank ID and he's not giving it to them. And then Krista from Rekoma just tells them, hey, stop that. Give them their thing back. Rinwell comes along and they give Lasting Party a letter. And it officially states that Lasting Period is an S-rank party, given it by the recommendation from Rekoma and the Guildmaster. And they get access to the Arcana dungeon. Cool. Sweet. We're awesome. And Loki technically says, hey, yo, let's eat out. And both Alec and Ornis took it upon themselves to really liberate Loki of his wallet as both parties eat out and celebrate on Loki. They eat and drink to their heart's content, and afterwards they're about to leave at night, and while they're talking, the guild attendant rushes out calling Akrasha because someone needs healing. So Akrasha goes in by herself. It's really only Akrasha at this point. The other members aren't there. And Krasha starts healing somebody. And Krasha gets talking to the guild attendant. And we found out there was actually people who harmed everyone who's in the infirmary currently. And it's by the Shadow Guild, whoever they are. And the Guildmaster comes into the cut saying, hey, yo, Krasha, I got one more person over here. And Krasha goes over to the other room. And we get to see another not so NPC character. We learned that it's Olivia from the Nameless Party. So Krasha is designated to start healing Olivia. And before that, Olivia wakes up, wonders where she is. She's spouting about something about a traitor. And Olivia's like, hey, yo, you're supposed to heal me. Heal me so I can get up and do what I need to do. And Krasha's like, yeah, no, I ain't doing that for you. Not while you're in this state and have this mindset. And Olivia just passes out. And Krasha's like, about time, and starts healing her. And she monologues that Olivia is one of the town's best swordsmen. Okay, cool. Olivia got some credit. By the way, Nameless Party is also an S-rank party. So yeah, we're dealing with the cream of the crop here. After that, it's now focused on Alec. Alec's in the library, and he's about to read a book on the Arcana dungeon when this kid just shows up out of nowhere across the table from him. And he's like, hey, Al. Just already nicknaming Alec, and I was like, can I help you, bud? And then the kid's like, there's this shop next door with some really cool sweets and parfait and yada yada yada, you know what I mean? And Alec just gets scammed into feeding this dude a bunch of sweets. And I was like, all right, can you at least tell me what's going on here? And we know the kid's name is Lurok from Nameless. That's Ring Party. There's a connection here. And Lurok just wanted to see who the fourth member of the Lasting Period was, the new S-rank party on the block. And Alec's like, oh, so what do you think? And Lurok's like, you're perfect to fit the hole. Pause? Huh? What you talking about, Lurok? And then afterwards, Lurok's just like, yo, Al, you interested in joining in on a raid on the labyrinth dungeon, and then the episode ends. So, like I said, pretty simple episode. Happy moments. Then we get a little teaser, a little twist, and we get to lead into what's coming next to the labyrinth dungeon. I don't know if Lurug is gonna be as two-faced as Loki, being that Lurug is actually cool, but he's just creepy. Or maybe Lurug's a traitor because he's of the nameless party, and Olivia is looking for a traitor, whoever that may be. A lot of mysteries, though I'm still enjoying the Banished Court Magician. Oh yeah, this is the halfway point for it. Yeah. So, as I wanted to do, I've done this for Genosha, and I've done this for my status as assassin, is that for every season, if the season of the anime is 12 episodes, check in on the 6th episode to see where we're at as far as like a rating and how we're feeling. Banished Court Magician, 8 out of 10. Really just simple anime. It's got simple themes and they just execute them well. The animations are great in several episodes, except for one with the whole floor boss and the giant lizard thing. That was kind of rough, but everything else was fine, above average. Really cool, great motivations for all the characters have a little bit of personality. You can relate to some of them. You can point to references to other things. It's nice. It's happy. It's right in there. Might be cookie cutter here and there, but hey, it's a palate cleanser, as I like to call it. Something that you can just turn your brain off and watch and have a good time. Are there some serious points? Yes, we had the whole Prince backstory to where he's a noble brought up on really but very strong, adamant ideals on separating between the nobles and the peasants. And he's really on that. And right now it's broken down for him and he's trying to kind of rebuild himself, or maybe still on that mindset, but he wants to prove himself on something more. Who knows? We'll get back into it. And Alec, he's on a bit of a redemption arc. He wants to become the strongest after this whole deal with trying to be a court magician and change what's happened. And it's really, 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 really cool. That's why I think it deserves an 8 out of 10. I can see why people want to rank it lower, as there's probably not much going on for their taste. But hey, not everything needs to be grandiose and over top. Things can be very simple, mellow, chill, nice. That's where I'm at with the Banished Court Magician, 8 out of 10. But let me know what y'all think in the comments below. What do you think of it so far? What else are you expecting from it? Or if you're not expecting from it at all, I mean, how was your day? Was it good? All that good stuff. In any other case, I hope all of you are having a good day, night, evening, morning, wherever you are in the world. And I hope your day is just a little bit better than it already is. With that, we'll catch y'all in the next episode. Peace.